Welcome back to the Bills Bunker, everybody. Today, I, Jake Varco, am joined by a very special guest, fan favorite of the Buffalo Bills, Stevie Johnson, Mr. Why So Serious. How are you doing today, Stevie?
I'm good, man. Good to be on the bunker officially.
I'm excited to have you on, and this is gonna be a good show. Obviously, you know, being a fan favorite, Mr. Why So Serious. I want to ask what went into the design of the shirt. Why so serious?
Why so serious? It was a lot going on. It was a lot going on as far as being who you are individually, and basically trying to handle your business and have fun at the same time. And I was about having fun. So I was getting in trouble with the league, certain things, my style and the fun that went along with the touchdowns. And I was just one of those shots. Like, why so serious? Take it easy, man. Like, we out here going hard. Let us have some fun, which is what the league is now, which I love that about it. And then also it was a pretty cool moment because Chad Ochocinco and Terrell Owens, two of my favorite wide receivers, they were in Cincinnati and they were calling themselves Batman and Robin. So it was only right for Stevie to come up with something creative. And at that time, the Joker was it. I did the black strip on my face like the Joker, and I wrote "Why So Serious," and I didn't show anybody until I showed the world, and I did not expect it to blow up like it did, though.
So you didn't tell like any teammates or anything about it?
Well, I told Fitz. I just told Fitz. I said I'm about to go do something. I'm about to have some fun, and he was just like he just gave me a look like, and I went to the bathroom area, and that's when I ended up creating it.
Well, speaking about you having fun, I have a few clips here that I'm going to play out, and I have a question for you at the other side.
Touchdown! Stevie Johnson over in the middle, and he beat Darrelle Revis. He continues to go at Revis. That's a five.
Where he cost him. He's one of the Minutemen, or at least trying to be one of the.
Hey, and what a move! 28 yards.
So,
Hey, yeah, that's crazy. It's all fun. We can start off with the Jets. Like that was building a rivalry. Come on now, New York Jets, Buffalo Bills. Let's have some fun. You know, the dance that I did, it was. I never would have done the dance if the guy on the other team wasn't able to play again and make money. So I would have never done that. But he was good making money. Let's have some fun now. Let's get a fan some fun entertainment. And that backfired. The plane crash, the Jets. Okay, yeah, we coming to wreck the day. Like that backfired. They said it was for some terrorist stuff. I'm like, yo, come on. And the Minuteman, that was fun to me because I was actually talking to my teammate Donald Jones about the next drive that we'll have, and the Patriots scored. They shot the gun off, and I like jumped. I got scared, and so I'm like, okay, they gonna scare me with this with the gun. Went out there next series, went out there and did that. So I wanted to emulate them and just have some fun with that. That was cool. I don't think I heard anything about that. But the rest, as the White Sox here, we spoke on that. It's just handling business and having fun.
what is your personal favorite celebration of yours?
My personal favorite, I would like to say when Robert Woods scored, we did a jump and I got higher than him. At the time he was the rookie, you know what I mean? He was the guy. But if you look in the picture, I was higher than he was, and I was already six years in the league. But that was something cool because it was actually a moment where Robert was, he didn't get as many touches, and I knew this play would get him a touchdown. So what I did was I switched to the F position in the inside and let him get that outside Z, and it was like a double move, and it was excellent. Like that was actually really one of my favorites because Woody, he was one of my favorite receivers watching in college. Young man, Heisman receiver out of USC, and then we ended up drafting him. So that was a pretty cool moment. That was pretty special.
And speaking of like your teammates, what teammate would you say had the biggest impact on you early in your career?
Um, Dang, I'll throw it back. I'll say Robert Royal. You know, Robert Royal. He's a tight end out of LSU, and he was a seasoned vet when I got in as a rookie. And as a rookie, I was bright eyed. I'm thinking like, hey, we can buy this, we can get that. We're NFL players now, or I'm an NFL player. And he sat me down on a bus on the way to I think after a game in Toronto, and he was just like giving me game though, you know, like yeah, you are an NFL player, um, but going out to buy this and going out to get that diamonds, it's things that you don't really need. You don't have no interest in that. Lose your interest now in that, you know, because that's just a red flag on later on. You gonna have to work to get that money back. And he was just giving me a lot of knowledge. And Robert Royo, and I like to say Andre Davis. Andre Davis was another one, another OG in the game. And what he gained me with is life insurance and setting up wills and plans and things like that. The business side, and I'm real appreciative of that because now I can pass that information to my younger generations now, so those were the two most important, to be honest.
I think it's really interesting that you talk about the financial side of this. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills have a young receiver in Keon Coleman, and I'm not sure if you've seen the clip, but Chad Ochocinco, Shannon Sharp, they talked about how he seems to be doing all the right things. What do you think about what Keon Coleman's doing?
Yeah, he's doing all the right things. um I think he's moving too fast, to be honest. I think he's moving a little bit too fast because he want to show he's got the speed. He want to show he's got the power. You know what I'm saying? Once he start pacing himself, you go see a whole evolved version of Keon Coleman. Right now, he's just trying to do it right, do everything right. Man, work at practice, go with the scout team and just have fun over there with your routes. And you know what I'm saying? Maybe that will help him learn to pace himself. Because once he paces himself, he's dangerous. He's dangerous. He's got everything that you need in a receiver. So it's just timing right now. He'll get more and more comfortable um, and he'll be one of those guys for us.
Right, and he's coming in as someone who's a second round pick. You were drafted seventh round. Can you tell me about some of the challenges that came with that?
Just the mind part of it, the mentality of you know, as a seventh rounder, as a new seventh rounder, let me say that as a new seventh rounder coming into the league, you think, okay, it's about talent. If I show this, I beat this person consistently, I should be playing, right? But it wasn't like that. So you got to first break that down. Getting over the fact that first rounder, second rounder, they are going to get more opportunities. That's given. They was blessed with that opportunity. So I had to check myself on that. That was difficult. And then after that, it was sweet. I would say the Robert Royal conversation ended up happening, and I just enjoyed going to practice and like learning, going to the scout team, playing against the ones, trying to get some confirmation from them about like is he good or not, and that was cool to me, getting a check for X amount every week. It was like I wasn't thinking about I need to go buy the car, I need to go buy all these clothes, I need to why am I not playing. Once I understood the politics of the game, and you a seventh round pick, you honestly supposed to only be on the special teams. You're really not even supposed to be on the team because we don't keep this many receivers. When he gave me that with that real stuff, I'm like, okay, dang. Well, let me just enjoy this and just wait for my turn, I guess.
Yeah, and I understand that you have a background in basketball, correct?
Indeed. Indeed. Basketball was the first sport. I did not want to play football at all. It was all basketball. But when you get older, you get in that high school and they start talking about colleges, and then you start looking at pros and making money and stuff and how you go get to college. It was like, okay, one or the other. Which one's going to take me further? We played all sports, but at the end of the day, I wasn't 6'6", 6'7", and um, the road would have been much harder playing basketball. So football was it.
Yeah, I think you made the right decision. You had a great career in the NFL. How did those skills from basketball translate over to being a wide receiver in the NFL?
Oh man, they transferred over great because when you look it up, football players are training versus football players. They training versus football moves. So when you when you go out there and you put some basketball flavor into your football style, those DBs, there's a second or two of a glitch that it's like, wait, what's going on? Now I'm already gone, or I'm already got you moving a certain way. And it's all from a basketball move that I learned from watching Allen Iverson, And so like I'm trying not to say, oh yeah, if you look at Stevie Johnson, you go see a few things. HBHF, you might hear about that Pittsburgh game. You go hear about he couldn't be guarded by by Revis, the best DB. His routes is crazy, and that's all. When you hear them last two, it's like that's all basketball. You know what I'm saying? That's all basketball moves. So it is what it is. Basketball is a great addition to the game. Having kids playing everything so that they can utilize skills and become different.
And do you find that the basketball skills help with the jump ball scenarios as well?
Um, I would say it would help with like kind of physicality, because when you, let's say you're going to get the rebound, you gotta kind of, if you can feel a person and then box him out and then go get a ball, you got the leverage because you threw him off his game that 1 second or that glitch second. And that's definitely helpful. You've seen that in Keon in college. And that, again, once he understands his pace and tempo, and you don't have to be a space creator to get like so much space. All you gotta do is be able to keep your body on somebody, and at that last second do something sneaky, or you know what I mean. And then you're going to separate yourself because you're already 6'4" and strong. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's gonna be something special. I just hope he just continue to stay the course and just pace himself.
When you look at the current Buffalo Bills team, like what there's obviously a lot of turnaround this offseason. What is your level of optimism for them?
I feel like with 17, we always in contention for Super Bowl. So I'm gonna stick to the guns. As long as 17 in there, I'm saying we Super Bowl team. And I love the dynamic of our team. I always love how our coaches putting our teams together with what we have. I think we've went to another level. We lost some great pieces, but I think now we've put ourselves in a different bracket, as opposed to having, I got the QB, I got the running back, I got the receiver. Right now, we got the QB right now that needs to just focus on the QB. And I think that's going to help because we didn't only focus on the QB and the management side. We also went and focused on getting running backs. We got a few running backs in our room. We got multiple tight ends, which I loved. I love that. And now we have multiple receivers, tools, So I love it. But at the end of the day, you know what it comes down to: defense and health. So we'll see how it is once the season go through. But right now, I feel like we got a solid group.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really optimistic about the new season ahead. Obviously, a lot of turnaround, but I think as long as you have Josh Allen under center, you've got an opportunity, right?
Exactly. He that guy for real. And I feel like he's going to have a record breaking year. I feel like he's gonna have a record breaking year, with the pieces that he's got. Um, I just look at the defense. I love watching the defense. Some of my best friends are DBs, and I spent a lot of time with DBs. That helped my game evolve. So, and all of these years, these past few, 3, 4 seasons, it's been like, it's on that defense side. Um, just it's about health. It's about health.
Definitely. You were just talking about DB, so I'd like to ask you, who is the toughest DB that you went up against in your career?
The toughest DB were the DBs that was at practice with me. You know, Drayton Florence, Stephon Gilmore when he was young, um, um, Terrence McGee, who was like those guys, George Wilson, Drayton Florence. Those DBs, they knew my style. They seen me every day, so it was competition. It was cool for me to learn things against them. But when it came to the games, it wasn't many that I could say was tough for me. It just came down to defense. The defenses, the entire defense, keeping the safety over, having somebody underneath. Linebackers coming out, just that type of stuff. Wasn't no individual person. But yeah, I give props to those guys on the Bills team.
And we hear a lot about the iron sharpens iron mantra. That's something we hear a lot with the Buffalo Bills and other teams around the league. So, how important is that to have inside of your locker room?
Yeah, it's very important. Like I said, with those DBs that I named, I can name more like Jabari Greer. He was one that every day he wanted to come play me. He called me out. Come on, man, I need to come see you. You know what I'm saying? You need to come line it up because he trying to sharpen his iron. And I appreciated that. At the time, I was just a young dude. Like, look, you not ever go guard me, bro. So just keep trying. But he was sharpening my iron, and I didn't even know it though. Until I would say Drayton Florence came in and he really started talking, and telling me like, all right, I know exactly where you about to be because where you lined up, you know what I mean. He started really making me pace myself, and kind of outthink the DB and think like a DB. So like them conversations with defensive backs on your team, don't think that you giving them your tips and your secrets. Give them all of them because you want it to be tough at practice. Because in the game, those people, those other DBs, don't know what you're doing, and it's just a lovely asset for you to have.
And right now, I see you're enjoying some sunshine. So,
Yes, sir.
what was it like for you to come to Buffalo?
Um, Shoot, I was ready for it. Again, you got to think I was a seventh round draft pick, so I had to sleep through the first day, the second day. You feel me? And it was like, dang, I thought I was good. I thought I did good this my past year in college. I guess not. So it didn't matter where I went. And when Buffalo called, um, Coach Bobby April, hey Stevie Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations, you're a Buffalo Bill, and are you ready? I said I'm ready to do whatever. I'm ready to go. So it was sweet victory, like the cigar that I have right here. So I was ready for anything when Coach called me, and Coach Jerron was on the phone, and yeah, it was just special. It didn't matter.
And did you have any like tricks to stay warm during the games in the winter?
There's none. If you're not warm already, Oh wait, are we speaking as a player or as a fan in the stands?
Let's go player, and then let's do fan and stands.
Okay. So as a player, you already got to be. It's nothing that you can do. You should already be psyched out. The weather don't matter really. Once you come out that tunnel, you don't even feel the weather. And then when you get qualm for that national anthem, you kind of feel that breeze. It's like, okay, yeah, I can feel it. But then once then it gets on, the weather's out your mind. Nobody cares about it. Now, as a fan, I've been in those stands. I can't help y'all with that. I
Mhm.
just go back into the snack shack, go cop some hot chocolate. I don't know what to do about that, but I'm not as tough as Fitz in that situation.
Yeah, with the shirt off, that's crazy. Uh, for me personally, I got some heated gloves, some heated vests and stuff, but still, it's a lot to embrace.
Yeah, I mean heated gloves for sure. I forgot it's new technology and all that. Yeah, definitely. The heated vest you said?
Heated vest, heated socks, but eventually the battery runs out, and then it all goes south.
Okay, so tailgate then. When it comes to tailgate, do you have it heated up then?
No, I typically don't heat it up then.
Okay, cool.
I'll
That's
maybe
good.
go in the car, run it for a few minutes, stay warm up a little bit, stand by fire. But you know how it is at the
Okay.
tailgates. It's
Okay,
always a good
yeah,
time.
sound good. Matter of fact, shout out to our tailgate. Make sure you pull up on Abbott and Allen, man. We gorilla lot and come through, man. You could set up and get interviews, create. You always got a home there at the gorilla lot.
I'm gonna be there. That's right next to where I typically park, so I'm gonna be there
Perfect.
multiple times. I'm gonna be at every game this season at home. How are you gonna be there every time?
I won't be there at every game, but the October game, October 20th game, I'll be there for sure. And then the rest, it's as we plan with our events. That's
Okay.
that's around the time we'll have our Why So Serious Run Fest. So we'll enjoy that weekend, with the community, and then going to the enjoy the game and the tailgate with all the mafia.
And I wanted to ask you about this stuff. So you're very involved with the community. Why is that important to you?
It's very important because I mean I felt like the community was what made me. So in a sense, now that I'm done playing the game and giving like the good times as an athlete, now I got to get a good times in life as a citizen. You know, I got to train their youngins so that they can become like me or mostly better than me. You know, um, I want to equip them. You know, there were situations that happened. I spoke on in our exposure academy where I took my time away from the game after retiring, and it was like I was just cool being chill, just being here, not doing anything. And then COVID happened, and when I seen the realism of a world shutting down, and I just thought about the kids that was 10, 11 years old. If this happened when they're 21, 22, will they be okay? You know? So I wanted them to be as comfortable as I was when I was through this COVID, when it's something happened to them. So I went out and hit the grind. I went out to do mentorships, putting kids in internships so they can learn different skills. Because me as a football player, I did well. I played a decade in the game, and you still got to do something afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I start helping them with, and we've been going strong, and the community is big on that. So just trying to do my part.
And can you tell our viewers more about the Why So Serious run?
Yeah, so the Why So Serious Run Fest it was created initially because my co-author is a very avid runner, Charlie Roberts. We got children's Spark books, and with that being said, and me loving to run, I ended up meeting up with the YMCA vice president, and she was connected. Ms. Lupo was connected with Bradley Dean, and he's huge in the community in his run world, eager to run out in Rochester. They do it all over the world, and we connected, and like minds, creative minds, and we came up with this charity and connected our networks, our three networks: YMCA, Eager to Run, and Club HBHF, and we just provide something for the community, keep them active. Um, you know, Making movements through movement is what Bradley was saying, and I thought that was pretty cool, and we got the same mindset, and so we got that going October 19th, and it'll be at Sweet Home in Buffalo, New York. So yeah, you please come through if you can, if you got the time.
I might have to stop by, go for a
Yeah,
run.
please, it'll be a good time. We have the vendors out there. It'll be a good time for the community as usual.
100%. That's awesome stuff that you've got going on. I want to ask a few more questions about your career. I'm going to show you another one of these clips, and I want to get your reaction to it after.
Yeah.
Seconds left is all. Manual. Stevie Johnson.
Oh, nice little
How
pick.
open is he?
Nice little pick, Rob.
You see that a lot in the red zone. That little
Yes.
That was special. I almost forgot about that. That was pretty special. One for multiple things. I wanted to make up for the Pittsburgh game, and we got a game winner right there. That was in the back of my mind. But on the front was EJ Manuel, our brand new quarterback. He was trying to find his way in the league. It was a lot coming at him, and to have a game like that was special. If it was one or two, who cares? But that was a special game for him. So giving him the game ball in front of his father, his family was out there. It was a special moment, and I'm glad that we was able to make that connection.
And how do you block out that Pittsburgh drop?
Well, you don't. I guess I'm gonna be honest. You don't. It's always gonna be there. You just gotta keep going. And stay confident in yourself and keep trusting and believing in your skills. And that's how you keep going. That was obviously the year behind or the last year, and this was a whole new season. And obviously, I'm still got that. I say in the back of my mind, I need to make up for it. So after that game, that was like a good, thank you, Lord. And I wanted to celebrate. If you check the clip, I was like, go get up and go run to the stands, but I was like, that's what I was gonna do on the other. Let me just thank you right now. So that was pretty cool.
And home opener, big game.
That was huge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome stuff. Pretty much a walk-off touchdown right there.
Yeah, that was neat. That was neat.
Now, I got to ask you some really hard-hitting questions right here. These
Let's
are
do
the
it.
questions that are important to the fans of Buffalo.
Okay.
Stevie Johnson, if you have your wings, blue cheese or ranch?
Oh, we got to go with the blue. We got to go with the blue. I think people they hear blue cheese and they kind of get thrown off. Just try it. That's what I'll leave them with. Go try it. They just
And
they connected with ranch. It was just a connection from birth, But it's okay to try something else.
and do you have a favorite wing spot in Buffalo?
My favorite spot. I have a couple. I'm gonna say Wingnuts is a favorite of mine. They always got the combinations and the flavors, and I love Elmo's. Elmo's got some fire wings. So those are my two that I'll shout out right now.
And you're someone who actually wore both of these helmets, the red and the white. Which one do you prefer?
Red all day. I'm going with the red helmets. I like the red. It's kind of the mystique of the OG, the '90s, And I'm happy actually got to wear the red ones. Um, I'm going red.
So you think the Bills should bring back the red helmets?
Absolutely. And at some point, do we bring out those '90s uniforms for Super Bowl or do we just bring out in the playoffs and get it going? Like, I want to see those things too.
Yeah, yeah, I like them. Wh- those navy uniforms. Did you like
Yeah.
those ones?
Again, I was a rookie, and it's like, this is our gear, man. I love whatever y'all giving me, man, because I was a broke, poor kid. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing hand me down, so give me anything. I'm gonna make it look fly. You feel me? I actually do like it. But I think we should do a throwback day in those. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah. I
I
that
didn't.
was
I'm sorry. I didn't understand though. The strip on the side was like a multicolor, and then the one on the shirt was like a solid. Um, I guess they was doing a solid for the stripe. I mean, the red sock. I don't know, but that was my only thing. I was like, why didn't the just go straight up? But it doesn't matter. That was cool.
the coordinating was a little off maybe,
Yeah,
but we'll leave it at that. Um,
it was why so serious, man.
um, so you had the opportunity to play in Toronto for some games. How were those games for
Uh,
like just for the team?
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I think the guys all loved it too, because we going to another city. It was a big city, that the fans up there wanted to see it because it was something that was fairly, I don't want to say new, but it wasn't out there. You got the CFL, much respect. But having the NFL, the prominence of it and having a team come up, I thought it was special. I always enjoyed those fans and the fanatics out there, going to the pop-ups, going to the visiting meet and greets. They always show love and always was like real Bills Mafia fans, and I respected that, knowing that, we're not officially their team, but in a sense, I guess we are.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Canada, big time supporters of the Bills. There's a wide variety of fans around Canada, but like right around, especially southwestern Ontario, it's all Bills Mafia all the way through.
Yeah, serious, and I actually loved going out there, and it was real. We went out there last year to do some camps, and they still got active. We was in what Saint Catharines, or Saint Catharines in Toronto. We did some things in not Winnipeg, but Saskatchewan, and it was they still got love. So shout out to Canada and the love out there that they give up top.
Saskatchewan is way out there.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
deep.
there's not much around. So the other question I had for you was about playing in California. So obviously getting to play for some of your hometown teams, San Francisco and San Diego Chargers at the time. How was that?
Yeah, so playing with the 49ers was special because that's obviously the hometown team growing up in San Francisco. So being able to put on that red and gold was neat. Being able to score a touchdown, that was neat. Um, we didn't get to play at Candlestick, which is the original home, but that was pretty cool being able to open up in Santa Clara a brand new stadium. All that was cool. Then going down to San Diego was pretty neat because I got to play with um, another great quarterback in Phillip Rivers. I got to play with something that was pretty cool was at my high school in Rodriguez and Fairfield, I was the first to go pro. And when I went to the Chargers, they also had a kid from Rodriguez, and his name was Jason Verrett. So that was pretty cool to play, with him and Keenan Allen, Antonio Gates. It was cool. Malcolm Floyd, playing against Eric Weddle on defense was pretty cool. Brandon Flowers was another solid DB that I connected with. He's a technician. Yeah, I made some cool connections out there. It was smooth.
And so I see that you've got a little thing going on with TSE Buffalo. Can you tell me
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that?
Yeah, shout out TSE. They always see I love them because they always do like the giveaways and um jersey things on the social. And obviously I'm on social. I do my thing and try to do my giveaways. But when you see other people do things, you kind of get inspired and you get sparked. And they was consistent with it, and we end up connecting. And we met up, did a few things, and I'm glad to be a part of the squad. They show love to the Bills too, big time.
Definitely, and I've got a little partnership going on with them right now
Oh,
where
perfect.
those mystery 8x10 photos, I'm going to be doing a little Bills trivia with some fans at the home games, and they'll have the
Yes.
opportunity to win that.
Yes, that's excellent. Please do some at the lot. At least do one at the lot every week.
I'll be
That'll
there.
that'll be cool. Yeah, yeah, that'll be dope.
And you know what? Actually, I purchased one of those a little while back, and I pulled the "Why So Serious" Stevie Johnson
Wow, what a
signed
play!
photo.
What a
Yeah,
play! I have to. Oh, it's already signed. Yeah,
yeah, it's signed.
that that's hard. But I have to put your name on it then.
Yeah,
So yeah, that'll
100,
be neat.
100%. So honestly, anything else you'd like to add, Stevie?
Yeah, man. I just like to remind everybody to handle business, then have fun. Okay, and just repeat that. That's the life balance. Handle your business, then have your fun. However you want to have fun, whether that's chilling and relaxing or going to a club or what I'm saying. But then understand you got to repeat and go back to handle biz. So don't have too much fun. That's all I got for you.
I did have one more question now that I think about it, but thank
I
you for
got some,
saying
we got
this.
some more bonus footage.
Bonus question. Okay. So at the very beginning of this interview, I showed you those celebrations, and I understand you had some fines for those.
Yeah.
How much did ballpark? How much did you rake up for those fines?
Overall, I mean, in overall, maybe over 100,000, maybe something like 100,000. Because they would try to get you on things like socks not being in jerseys, not what I'm saying. It was like why it was that's where a lot of the why so serious stuff was coming from. So it wasn't just you know the celebration that those hit like 20,000. You know what I'm saying? And it was just little things. 5,000 here for this. The shoes that what I'm saying. The gloves is not the like. Come on now. So you go in and you challenge them, and we win some and you lose some. But I'm just glad that the players don't have to deal with none of that in this time. Score, handle your business, have fun, and don't be malicious, but have fun, and then go out and try to do it again or try to stop them defense.
It used to be known as the No Fun League, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that that's out the window now. I love what's going on. I'm actually upset that I didn't. So I was in San Diego and I had a touchdown celebration prepared, but I almost got. I didn't get in the end zone that game, but I was gonna get my phone out and go live, and from the end zone, I had Tyrell Williams hold my phone too, and I was gonna go live and be like the first to go like, yo, what's going on? We just, what I'm saying, but I didn't get in the end zone that day, so it's tough. Hopefully, somebody see this and they do it, or maybe somebody else already done it.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah, that would have been crazy too. That was in what 2015, I think, or 16. So, yeah, man. Then
Uh,
unfortunately, I tore my knee all up, man. I was through.
So what was? Can you tell me about that? Like what's that like after trying to recover from that? And
Man, that's tough right there. That's tough because think about like being a superhero in a sense, and then you just don't have no more powers no more. You just wake up one day and it's like you can't fly no more. Like, hold on, what? That was how I was feeling, it was just a tough time. I would love to push having a family, having a strong circle around you, because when those tough times happen, you are going to go through it. But if you got a solid circle, you will get through it much faster and easier than maybe if you didn't have that connection. So shout out my fam, my wife, and the youngest for keeping me active, even though I was literally going through it. Like all I knew was football from 10 years old up to when I was 30 when I had to stop. It was like, dang. And then, it's something that you will go through as an athlete. So keep your circle tight.
100%. Yeah, that's some great advice for any young athletes watching this. And I understand that you do some work with some young athletes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All day. That's our passion. Building them up, showing them the life that they can have, the opportunities that they have. Some of these kids don't even know that they enjoy like being chefs, or cooking. We bring a chef to our Exposure Academy house, and the kids are just so interested. Like, yo, you just went to the store. We take them shopping and everything. You went to the store, got this, and this, and came back home and made this whole meal. They made this whole meal, and it's like I could have just. Usually, I go to like the fast food restaurant or something like that, and now I got rice. I know how to go get a rice pot, and I can just extend my meals, and it's not that hard. Um, we got one kid that never was a cook, but he was so interested. Now he just graduated into a culinary school. So it's like, providing those opportunities is what I live for now.
And you know what? You talk about like family, and they're kind of like they're your rock, and you need them. Obviously, it's so important to have family and that great foundation. When you're a player and you're consistently working, right? Like, how tough can that be?
Very tough, because even though you are a family man or woman, you're also a professional athlete, and being a professional athlete, it requires time, just like being a family person. And you will have to sacrifice sometimes. So having that solid person or solid family member you can communicate with and understand, like this life is kind of how it is cool for your mental, because when you got to go through those times where you might have missed the pass, you can't be having somebody in your ear talking about, well, you need to be here. Why you not do? You know what I mean? You can't have that. And I didn't have none of that. So I was blessed with that. But at the same time, that was a thoughtful decision that I made as a high school kid. I wasn't just chasing anything. I didn't. I looked for qualities. I looked for certain reactions in the female that I wanted to marry. And it wasn't just for fun. It was all intentional. That's another thing about the Why So Serious. I take stuff super serious. So it was a huge play. And but yeah, so having that solid person, I would just say, is very important, because you're going to go through it whether you great right now or not. You're going to go through something, and having a solid person is very helpful, whether it's your lady friend or having a good homeboy. That's not just a yes man.
And who would you say, like, as you're making the transition into the NFL, who made that biggest impact for you?
I would say it was on the field or out or off the field.
Off the field.
Off the field, I would say going into the league, it was. I mean, so look, so I had my daughter and I had my son. So off the field, I was pretty active because I love being around the kids. I love being around my wife. Um, we always going to the zoo. We always going to places. So once I came back from doing my professional work, going to the house was like, now you cleaning up, doing duties, daddy duties, doing fulfilling responsibilities, and always going out because you want to show the kids the world and stuff. So outside, I was just with my fam. the receivers, the DBs. Like I said, I had good connections with them. Some linebackers, they will all come through, come by the crib, and we chill. But it was nothing special like that outside the game from another person. I would say, we spoke about Andre Davis, Robert Royal. Those was all like in the game, like situation type, going to a game or something like that. If you want to talk about on field, who helped me with the transition, I give shout out to Josh Reed, and I give shout out to Felton Huggins. Felton Huggins was a receiver my rookie year, and he was on practice squad. He started on practice squad and played a couple seasons, but he helped me with the playbook. You know, it was a lot going on. I only thought I was supposed to learn one position. This is something that I would want the people to understand too. Going in thinking you only learning one position is not gonna help you. You got to go in and learn every position. You got to learn four of them things. And Felton knew all of them. So having him was great for me because he taught me how to study the playbook and how to take advantage of it. And then when I got on the field, Josh Reed was huge because, like I said with Keon Coleman when we was talking, he's running fast, he's running hard, he's doing everything right. Josh told me, hey, just calm down, pace yourself, be a little more patient in your routes, and then you can set them up more as opposed to going 100 miles an hour and then just I went 100 miles an hour, got past him. I think it's cool, and then it's just so much going on as opposed to slowing down, bow out, getting him, and knowing that he's gone, and then you got all this space to catch, and then just take off, And once he slow down and pace himself, it'll be the same situation like I had with Josh Reed.
That's a very detailed answer. I appreciate that insight.
Indeed.
Um, did you, when you were playing for the Bills, was your training camp at St. John Fisher?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I loved it. I loved it. People was complaining like we gotta go up this. Man, I loved it. I thought the vibe was so cool. It was, you get to finally see the fans from your off season, from the time off, walking past and taking those stairs, and you see the fans on the side getting the wave and see the youngins. It's like that was cool to me, man. The dorm life. It was cool to me, man. It was like you was back at home, to be honest, because obviously we just came from off season. um yeah, it was cool, man. I enjoyed St. John Fisher.
And what kind of stuff would you guys do to pass time if like any downtime that you would have, what would you be doing?
At that time we was gaming. We was gaming in the dorms or hanging out in the lounge area playing shooting pool. And what else would we be doing? Yeah, I guess that was really, you don't really have too much time to do any extracurriculars. It's basically going back to the dorm and resting up because you dang near had double days. So your body was sore. But yeah, I can just remember playing video games and trying to get people to break controllers because I'm talking trash at them in Madden and 2K. It was just them times hanging out with the guys.
You ever played as yourself in Madden?
Absolutely. Absolutely. As soon as I got on the game, I was in there. Whether I was a 54 overall, 56, it didn't matter. I'm in there. And I found a way. So that was also like a fun goal of mine. I always set goals, and I was like, all right, I got to get my Madden guy to go up every year or something. And in each year I did. I went up, and that was pretty neat.
I
I
remember
peaked I peaked at 91, I think.
91. Yeah, I had you on my ultimate team.
Let's go. That was pretty neat too. I was a surprise. I ended up getting a check from EA. I'm like, what is this for? And then like later on as the season went on, my nephew was like, yo, you got a Madden card or Ultimate Team. I'm like, what? I used to play the game so much, but I ended up getting off and I didn't play. I haven't played with the Madden Ultimate Stevie. I've been off the game lately, man. So it's cool though to hear about it.
Yeah, certainly. So if you get one of those special cards, you get paid for that.
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't know about that. I didn't know. So I guess when they put your name, image, and likeness in there, I guess is what everybody's calling it now. They have to send that check, and they didn't give me a heads up or nothing. Like, hey, we gonna feature you in this. Hey, that was a cool surprise.
That is really cool. Why not, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, one final question for you, Stevie Johnson. From out of the quarterbacks that you played with in the NFL, which one had the hardest pass?
Like fast velocity.
Yeah, like tough, like
Kaepernick.
hardest. Kaepernick.
Kaepernick for
Okay.
sure. Yeah, he had a missile, and the crazy thing about it, when I went out there, I do my moves a little different, so I run my routes different, and I'm like, they telling me stories. Yeah, man, bro got his eye closed because ball went through his head, hit him in the head, buddy fingers broke. I'm like, man, what is dude doing? Like, why he throwing the ball so hard? What's going on? But you can't really. I didn't really say that to him. No, I'm just like, man, I got to figure out a way because I ain't trying to get hit by him. So what was pretty cool about Cap though, I asked him like on the day off, like you want to get some work in, and he was super cool about it. He just came off Super Bowl. You feel me? He was ready for it. We spent like an hour or two just on the field doing stuff. And there was this thing that he used to do where he would line up and throw lasers at the QB trainers, and that was how he was warming his hands up or warming his arm up. I'm sorry, and nobody would go over there and want to do it. Man, I went over there, so I was the one to catch with him every time. I start running towards him while he was doing the warming his arm up, and then one thing leads to another. Other people start coming, and that was something pretty cool. He was like, nobody ever came to do that, and it's like, hey man, got to challenge yourself. You know what I'm saying? Just that, and that to I say that, and then end with this. I did break my finger though with him throwing a post to me before the Seattle Seahawks game, and freaking finger got broken. I had to pop it back in and play that game. That was in the beginning of the game. It was crazy, but he definitely got the hardest pass.
That's crazy. Broke your finger.
Broke
Wow,
my finger, bro. Crazy.
that's
Knuckle
unbelievable.
was on top of the other one. Like, eh, it was wild.
Well, you're a warrior for playing through it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you couldn't stop. It was in the beginning of the game, not beginning of the game. It was during warm ups, and it's like, shoot, you go out because your finger got like, nah, I can't do that. I got to wrap this thing up. I gotta thug it, and it hurt, but that's toughness, and things that you got to go through.
100%. I really appreciate you taking the time to do this interview today. One more time, if you just want to tell the viewers what you've got going on, where they can find your stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I'm Stevie Johnson. You can find me on social at Stevie Johnson 13 or hbhf.stevie on IG and TikTok. Make sure y'all tap in. October 19th, we have our community Why So Serious Run Fest. It's all free for the community. Come out here at Sweet Home and enjoy the time, enjoy the festivities. And just be on the lookout for us. We always got something going on and giveaways going on social. Make sure y'all tap in with the Bills bunker. Final question, but it's the final question. All right. But shout out to the world, man. Let's get it. Bills Mafia, one love.
Thank you so much, Stevie, and thank you to everyone who tuned in here today. I'm Jake Varco. This is the Bills Bunker signing off for Stevie Johnson. Go Bills.
Go Bills forever.